Hi everyone, I'm Heather. So today I just really wanted to share with you some of the products that I have been using recently for my creative journal and just things that I've really been enjoying using. None of this is sponsored or anything, but I will put the links to everything I talk about in the description below so that if you like the look of anything, you can know where to buy it from. But yeah, these are just some things that I have really been loving and yeah, let me show you. Okay, so first of all, this is something that I have talked about before, is this Ransom note sticker book, and I just love it. I absolutely love it. If you have seen my other videos, you know that I really love the smell of it too. Like, I just love it so much. The only one problem I have with this is that I don't think there are enough Y's. So, like for the S's, for example, like there's 2 pages of S's, and then for like other letters, like that aren't like really that popular, like L and M for example, like there's one on each page like this. For all of the vowels there's 2 pages, and I think RST there are double pages, but then when we get towards the end of the alphabet there is X, Y and Z is all on the same page, which means the Y and yeah, X and Y share a page. So that is really weird because like Z has an entire page but Y doesn't, and I feel like there should be more Y's because like obviously you can see how many I've used, and but yeah, there aren't really that many left. So I wish that they would put, I think Y actually needs 2 pages, especially if you've got like you're doing a daily diary or something and you want to write the day of the week every day, because then it always has a Y in it. So yeah, but apart from that, I really love this book. And if you've seen my previous video as well, you know that much I like really hate letter stickers, and I had like a whole massive collection of letter stickers and I got rid of all of them because they stressed me out so much. But for some reason this isn't like that, and I think it's because it needs to be different. Like when you write it out, when you write words out and stuff, you want it to be all mismatchy, and yeah, it's really good for that. So, and I just love the way that it looks, because obviously it looks like really scrapbooky and I love it. So yeah, so definitely get this if you haven't got it already. I always keep this, like, okay, so this is literally just a piece of paper, but it's like a backing paper of like an old sticker book or something, because it's like got that wax on it. So I keep this with the book. So what I will do is when I want to write out a word, I will write the word on here first. I'll stick it under here just to see how long it's going to be. So then I can peel it off again with no problems because it's obviously back in sticker paper. And yeah, and then I can like judge what it's actually going to look like when I finally put it in the book. I know that there is another one out as well. There's like the old style one, which I'm thinking of getting next. Although I think I just want to get another one of these, to be fair, because I really have liked this. I might get the old one so that I can mix and match with this before this completely finishes. So yeah, I think that would be good. But they do also have a third book that no one really talks about, and I did buy it. And that's this one. It's like a graffiti one, and I do like it. I have used it, but not as much as this one. Like this one, there's just something about this that is so good, and I think like a lot of people have this as well, which yeah, so obviously it is a good one. But this one, I don't know, I think it's because it is laid out slightly different on the page. Like this, like what the whole alphabet on each page, not the whole alphabet, but like it goes over 2 pages, and it's like separated by font rather than letter. And I don't know, I think that's why I like this one so much, because it is separated by letter rather than by font, because it means you don't really overthink the font. Whereas this one, I find that I am overthinking the font. I don't know. But yeah, I have used this one a little bit, but I'm probably not going to replace this one, whereas this one I would definitely replace it once it's finished. So the next thing is also a sticker book. It's this one, and I really love it. So I bought this just because there's so many random things, and they're like really good size stickers. Like you can see I've used so many of them already, but they're really good for like filling like the random little gaps, and they're fairly generic. Like the things on the pages are fairly generic, like gems and stuff. I know there's hearts and flowers and loads of different things, stars, like there's like clouds, weather, loads and loads of different random things. I don't know if you can see this. I mean, I've actually feel like I've used most of it up already, but yeah, I've really enjoyed using this, and I will definitely replace this. I just like the variety and I like the size. I think it's good to have smaller stickers, just to fill those like really annoying gaps. You know what I mean? Like, and like I like to make it look scattered, basically. But yeah, this is a really good one, so I would definitely get this one if you're looking for a sticker book. I have actually ended up buying quite a few sticker books. Actually, so first of all, my brother bought me this one for Christmas. And I really like this because it's Y2K and you know that I love like the 2000s and everything. And I do, like, I'll show you like quickly. Like it's got, you know, cute things like this in it. Yeah, and I do really like this and I have used this a lot. Again, it's just like generic things and things that are to do with like my life and yeah, like things that I would talk about in my journal. So that's cute just to add like a few stickers. And then because I like this one so much, I saw they also, the same people with Sticker Core, they also did this one. I've literally only just got this yesterday. But I really love the look of this already. In actual fact, I think I prefer it to this one. This one wasn't out at Christmas. I don't think it was, at least I didn't see it. But yeah, it's like so cute and girly. It's got like loads of like, just like really nice like girly things. And both me and Florence are like super girly. So this is going to come in very useful. So yeah, I love this already. Also the actual stickers are good as well. Like they're sticky. They have got quite a lot of like space around the outside, I'd say, like quite a lot of a, you know, a big white gap around the outside, but that doesn't really bother me that much really. Yeah, that doesn't really bother me. I know that does bother some people, so if you don't like that, maybe that these aren't the books to go for. But yeah, I like the variety of stickers in these books. Then also, whilst I was on the hunt for sticker books, I came across this one, and this is actually a French book, and I couldn't find the English version. I don't even know if there is an English version, but then I thought, like, does it really matter that it's French? Because I mean, I did French GCSE, like, and also we have Google Translate, and the only like actual French phrases are things that you would say in French anyway, like bon voyage and like j'adore and stuff, but they're also like the only things that actually have French on them are actually like planner kind of stickers. And to be fair, even if those stickers were in English, I probably wouldn't actually use them because I don't have a planner. But they are just the ones at the back. But the rest of the book, see this actual book, I really like the feel of this book. I like the size of this book. It's really small, but like also really thick. And it feels nice. It feels like a good quality book. But yeah, but like at the front, there's like some really cute stickers like this. And yeah, like animals and stuff, like cute girly things, loads of little animals, just like generic things just to fill gaps. And yeah, just stuff like this. And I think I'm going to use this quite a lot as well. This is like really cute. I'm definitely going to use that like little electric guitar. That's really cute. But yeah, so I like the look of this book. I like the feel of this book. It's also got see, I don't know if you can see this or not, but it looks like this. But if you look closely, like these are actually hearts, like the stickers are actually hearts, and there's loads of stuff like that. So it's loads, again, like loads of generic things for like fill in like those really annoying little gaps. And yeah, and just like loads of like stuff, like travel stuff, like loads and loads of different themes in this book. So I'm really happy with this. So if you have seen this, I mean, and you don't speak French, then I would consider getting it anyway, because there aren't really that many French phrases, and the things that are, I probably wouldn't use even if it was in English anyway. But again, there's not that many. It's literally just like the back pages. Yeah, I mean, some of these are actually in English anyway. Magical World, that's in English. But yeah, it's just like literally like the last couple of pages. So yeah, if you don't speak French and you have seen this and the French has put you off, just get it anyway, because yeah, I think I'm going to use this a lot. So yeah, so that's basically my sticker books. I have got my eye on a few more, but I think I'm going to start using these ones first before I buy any more. Then another thing that I have been using quite a lot recently is this paper plate book by Amy Tangerine. I actually got volume 2 before I got volume 1. I don't know why. There was a reason for it at the time. I can't remember what it was, but it might have been cheaper. I don't know, but there was definitely a reason for it. And I have loved this. I love the way that it's all different. It's all different on every page, and it's so colourful. Like, I mean, I love Amy Tangerine anyway, and I love just how colourful she is. Like, there's all of her stuff has always been colourful. And I love the way that it kind of matches, like the colours match, but it's not all the same. Like when I bought paper packs before, you get like quite a lot of repeats, which is good because like then you're not scared to use it because you know that you've got a backup one. But at the same time, it does get a bit samey, and then you get loads left over because I don't like repeating the same thing in my journal loads, because otherwise, I don't know, it just looks a bit samey in my journal. I want it to be different on every page, but still having the colour scheme, like the brightness and the colourfulness, to make it look cohesive. So yeah, I do really like this. The one thing that is a little bit annoying is because it's back to back, you do have to choose sometimes between like what you want, and like this one, for example, I really like this sunset picture, but then I also really like this on the back, and I'm gonna have to choose. I'm probably gonna choose the sunset one, but yeah, it is a bit annoying. Like, you do have to choose. Also, I think my book's been printed a bit weird. I've ripped out so many of these pages already. I've used a lot of this, but also, yeah, my book's been printed a bit weird because like on some of the pages, I don't know if you can actually see this because it's not that major, but it's like got a white line on it on the edge, and then these same pages that have got the white lines on, if I pull them out, you can see the little dots that have got like cyan and yellow and magenta, like the printer testing. I don't know what that is, but yeah, I don't know if it's just because the book's been printed weird, but whatever. I mean, it hasn't really mattered because I ripped up the paper anyway. But yeah, but this is really good. I think I'm actually going to get the first one as well that she does. I might wait until this is run down just a little bit. A little bit more, because I have got quite a lot left in here. But yeah, I will definitely get the first one, and maybe even this one again, so that I can use the backs of the other paper. See, I feel like this was like actually a marketing ploy, isn't it? Because then you buy two because it's back to back. But I do really like it, and it does make really good like backing paper for layering and stuff. So yeah, I definitely recommend this. Okay, so another thing that I've been using loads recently are these pens. I really like them. I bought them from the range, and they're paint pens basically. Because I bought them from the range, actually I might not be able to find the link for these, so that's what they're called. I just really like them. So the lid annoys me a little bit, but first of all, this box that they're in fits perfectly in my crafting desk. Like, it just, that's really satisfying to me, the fact that it fits perfectly in there. But yeah, so you get all of these colours, and these ones are all glitter ones. These ones, they say that they're neon, but they are bright, but they're not like, I wouldn't say they were neon, and then they're like normal ones. I think there's a couple of like metallic colours in there as well. I love the glitter ones. The glitter ones are my favourite because they are really, really glittery. They're also like really, really thick. Like, there we go. But like, they're paints. It is acrylic paint. Like, you can write on like stones and stuff with them as well. And I also used them to, I decorated Florence's, like, her toy box thing, and I used them to write on fabric to see what was in each drawer. Yeah, they were really good for that as well. So they do write on everything, but they don't really go through the paper that much because the paint does kind of sit on top of it. So yeah, these are really good, and I do really recommend these. I love doing it for like using them for like titles and stuff. They were quite cheap as well. Like, I remember them not being that expensive. Like, I think they were only like £15, which is why I got them. And then I was like really surprised how good they were because they weren't that expensive. So yeah, I really do like them. There's obviously like all the colours that I would need for like doing titles and stuff. So yeah, this was definitely a good purchase. So another thing that I have got recently that I'm absolutely loving, I can't actually show you right now because it's upstairs, but it's my new printer. It's an Epsom printer, and it's just changed the way that I am doing my scrapbooks and my creative journals and everything, because I can actually print stuff out. I can like print one thing out, and then if it isn't quite right I can just do it again, because before I was having to go to Tesco's because we didn't have like a proper printer for the computer. So yeah, I'm really pleased that I've got that, and it just means that I can print out like so many different things. And because I've got really good quality paper as well, I can actually print photos out using it too, so that they're not really thick, because before I was using my Canon selfie, which I do still love, and I will still keep replacing the paper and the ink in that when it runs out. But the problem is my books were getting so thick, and I think it was the photos that were doing it, because I was putting pretty much a photo on every single page, and obviously photos are really thick. So, and now like this new photo paper that I've got, it's not actually photo paper, it's just really good quality paper, and it is still quite thick. I think it's like 100 GSM still, so it is like still adding bulk to the book, but still it's a lot less than the photos were. So I have started printing photos off on that, and it means that they're a bit matte rather than like shiny photos, but that's okay. Like I feel like I'm going to finish the book that I'm doing now, I'm going to finish it using the printer, this printer, for my photos, and hope that that stops it getting like as thick as what it was before, because the actual thickness of the book doesn't bother me. Like once it's finished, and I kind of love the way that it's like really thick and chunky, but it just really annoys me like whilst I'm actually doing it, when I get to the end of my book, writing on that, on the other page, and like when it's really bulky, I just really hate it. And you can't like lay things out flat to check where they go first, and it makes me like really annoyed doing it, and it makes me not want to finish the book. And yeah, and I don't really want that to happen again for this one, so I'm going to try and use this printer for that as well. But yeah, it's also like made it so that I'm not like worried about having to do pages. Like I just do random pages that don't necessarily have a theme, and I'll just like find some nice pictures on the computer and print out and make like nice collages and stuff. Whereas before I couldn't really bother to do that, because I had to go to Tesco's, and by the time I'd faffed around like deciding what to print and then going to Tesco's, like I kind of like lost the moment. Whereas now I can just be, oh, this is some nice pictures, let's print them out and then cut them up and collage them, and I can just do it all at the same time. And so I'm really enjoying doing that. So I'm really pleased that I've got this printer. Also, another thing that it does is it scans in and prints things out, so I can now actually like photocopy receipts like really easily. So I can now save receipts and stuff, so that's really good, because I don't really want them to fade. And yeah, it's the whole like fading thing was an issue. And before Alex worked in like this other place, he had this other job and he had access to a photocopier, so he could just photocopy them for me. But now he hasn't got that anymore, so I couldn't just easily photocopy them, and I didn't want to stick them into my book knowing that they're going to fade. Like I have got scrapbooks in the past, and like some of my smash books, where I have stuck things in that I know that it's going to fade, but I don't really want to do that anymore. So yeah, so I'm really pleased I've got this printer, and it's going to be useful for lots of different things, and I do really recommend it as well, because so far I've been loving it. Okay, so one last thing that I have been doing recently, I actually started my Leuchtturm journal, this one. So I decided to actually just use this book, because so I had this video, I think it was like last summer, where I got loads of notebooks and I tried them all out, because I just could not decide what to use for my creative journal. And I ended up going with the Moderno books. What's this one? And so this is one that I'm using at the moment, but this is the last couple of flip throughs you have seen. I've used the lilac one, and then I used the blue one, and then I've used this one. I actually really do like this book. At first I wasn't sure about the whole like soft cover thing with like the pages starting to like be longer. I don't even know why that happens, but I'm not bothered by that anymore. Like I was at first, and I thought I wanted the hardcover, but I really like this paperweight, and yeah, I'm just really enjoying it. And they were on offer, so I went out and bought like quite a few more, because I had a feeling that I was going to be using these. And also I've kind of worked out like what colour I'm going to use next. So like at the moment, because it's spring, I'm using the pink one. Hopefully this will last me up until like midsummer, because then, and if it does, then the next one I'm going to use is like kind of like orangey yellow kind of one, because then that would be like the end of the summer and autumn. I thought that colour would go well. And then maybe after that I might use the white one like for winter, and then like the yellow one or green one in spring. So yeah, I've got it like kind of like planned out of like what colours I'm going to use, and I've got like quite a few of them, so that's actually going to last me like a couple of years. So I decided to actually use this Leuchtturm journal for something else. And I know these look like exactly the same, but these are both my current journals. So this one is like my creative journal, and because when I went to the Isle of Wight, I'll show you a couple of pages. So when I went to the Isle of Wight, it got a bit scrapbooky, and I love this. I do love the fact that it got a bit scrapbooky, but it wasn't really journaly enough, and I wanted to go back to like the olden days when I was like a teenager, and I just used to write out like my inner monologue, right? I just used to write down like whatever came into my head. Like most of my books when I was a teenager normally start with something along the lines of, hi, my name's Heather, I'm 14 years old and I really like this pen. And then I start writing about the pen, and then I go on to talk about other things. And like the whole of my books, I've got so many books that are filled up like that. And I kind of wanted to get back into the habit of doing that. And I was going to go and buy like a lined journal to do that in, but then I thought I've still got this book and I really do like it. But the only thing is, right, like everyone raves over these books, over these journals, but the paper quality isn't great, and I really struggled to find a pen that didn't go through. Like I did a pen test in the bag, like all of these pens, and because I wanted it to be a pink or purple pen, and like quite a lot went through. Like you can't, okay, it's not that bad on camera, but like quite a lot of the pens went through, and I didn't really want them to. And especially like marker pens definitely go through. So if I was going to be doing like big titles, like a creative journal, I don't think this would be a great book for that. But I have decided to just write in this book. Like all I'm doing in this book is writing, and I really actually like it. So I alternate whether I'm going to write in pink or purple, and I'm using the same two pens for the entire book. And yeah, it's literally just writing, like that's it, just writing, and then like purple pages as well. And yeah, so it's literally just that. And I want to try and just see if I can fill up the entire book with just pure text, or just whatever pops into my head at the time, like actual journaling, like proper journaling. So yeah, so I mean, obviously I'm not going to end up doing a flip through this because it's boring anyway, because it's literally just me and my ramblings written down. But I did like the way that I decorated it, and I think that was what kind of like started me doing it, because I think if you decorate the book the way that you really like it, it makes you want to pick it up and open it and actually do some journaling. And then what I do is I keep this pencil case like just around it like this, so then I can actually just like take this with me. And in actual fact, when I went to the Isle of Wight, I literally just took that with me like that and just chucked it in my bag, which I really like. And then literally the pens that I've been using are just Bic Biros, the normal 2 Bic Biros, nothing crazy. Just this. You can get them literally from any shop. So yeah, so I was really pleased with this, and I'm really pleased with how this is going. But then at the same time, it has meant that this has become a lot more scrapbooky. And in actual fact, when I'm talking to people who don't actually like get like creative journaling or stuff, like people outside of this world, I call this my scrapbook, because it is a scrapbook, isn't it? Because I'm just keeping scraps. So yeah, I mean, it is a scrapbook. This is what it is. So yeah, so I've got my journal and my scrapbook, and that kind of makes sense. So yeah, so I'm enjoying this Leuchtturm book now that I found this purpose for it. And I'm also really enjoying writing on the dots just like that, because my writing is like so big and like girly, and I kind of like the way it looks squished down into the dots. And I know that seems like really weird, but I just like the way it looks on the dots rather than on like lines. So yeah, so I am really pleased with my situation at the moment with these 2 books. Yeah, and I'm carrying on using all the normal things that I use as well, obviously. So yeah, these are all the things that I have really been enjoying using recently. I will put a link to everything in the description below, except for maybe the pens I probably won't be able to find a link for the pens because I actually did buy them in the range, like in an actual shop. I will have a look though because it might be on their website, in which case I will put the link. But yeah, but everything else I will definitely find for you. Also, if you've got anything as well that you have been using recently that you want to share with everybody, then please put a link to that in the comments, because I'm always on the lookout for buying new crafting supplies, because I just love that. I actually think like buying the crafting supplies is like a hobby in itself. But yes, I am always loving new things. So yeah, I hope you found this useful. If you did, please give it a like and feel free to subscribe as well. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.